4 years of running and operating our own campground here at Thunder Canyon, and we have met some of the rudest RVers ever.
And the justification for their bad behavior has a common theme. We have some crazy stories.
Here's a taste. Why do I have to pay to camp?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why can't I come into the campground and walk around the canyon without a reservation?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why do I have to wait till 2 p.m. to check in?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why can't I feed the animals?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why can't you stop everything you're doing and come up and teach me how to RV?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why do I have to pick up my dog's poop?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why do I have to pay for stickers and shirts?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why can't you come and fix my RV's roof leak at 2 a.m.?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
Why can't you go get me groceries? I don't have a tow vehicle.
I thought you were a Christian campground.
I know I agreed to the terms, but who ever reads the terms?
I thought you were a Christian campground.
And no, we are not making it up. We're going to tell you all about it in this video. Welcome back to the RV Hot Couple. My name is John.
And I'm Mercedes. And long story short, you know, when we RV'd this country, we met a lot of rude campers. But when we bought a campground, all of a sudden we were sitting on the other side of the equation. And boy, have we met campers that are even more rude. Specifically because the rules don't apply to them.
And since we've come out as a Christian family campground, we always get the same response when we call people for breaking the rules.
When we call them out, it's always, I thought you were a Christian campground.
And the Bible tells us, right, that if you come out as a Christian, you're gonna be treated just like he was treated, right? Our Lord and Savior. We are not afraid. We love the Lord and we give all the glory to God. So please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to bust 200,000 subscribers and we're hoping you guys can help us do it.
But these rude campers are making it really hard and we're this close to losing our religion. It's like, give me one more reason to sin. It has taken everything we've got to have restraint of pen and tongue.
But actually, it's actually helped me grow a lot. As you guys know, I'm a hothead, right? But these people, when they say that, gives me an opportunity because it's not between me and them, it's between me and God. So the way I respond to them is so important. And if you've seen or experienced a really rude RVer, and I'm sure you guys have, drop it in the comments below, share it with us. Guys, 95% of RVers out there are wonderful, God-fearing, loving people.
But the 5%
the 5%, man, will they teach you how to sin.
They got the bullhorn. Let's start with the lady that ran through the gate because she didn't like her campsite.
Yeah, so we had this lady check in and I brought her, like I always do, I meet him at the gate. Welcome to Thunder Canyon. We're happy to have you. And then I showed her around, brought her to her site. Well, this lady did not like her site and argued with me for 15 minutes to move her from the site she had purchased to a premium spot below because it was more friendly for her dog.
At zero cost.
And for 15 minutes, I said, oh, we'd be happy to do that. It's just the cost is going to rise a little bit. We got a lot of people here and there's a few sites left down there. And so she got really upset and I keep my calm. And she said, well, I'm not going to camp her. And I said, well, here, I'll bring you out through the gate. So I brought her out towards the gate lifted up. I went out, came down, and she came barreling through the gate.
Bust
right through, and I got out and I yelled, what are you doing? You just broke our gate. And she rolled down her window and screamed, I thought this was a Christian family campground, and drove out of the campground down the road. She not only hit the gate, she hit Bubba.
Oh my God, she killed Bubba. I think we dodged a bullet on that one.
We definitely dodged a bullet with her.
I wish I could tell you that the story I'm about to tell you has only happened once, or that it's a figment of my imagination. But no, this has actually happened multiple times. It's always a crazy lady. So we have crazy ladies and they'll be at another campground before they come to Thunder Canyon. And they're in such a rush to get to Thunder Canyon that they forget to disconnect their electric. And they rush off to Thunder Canyon while still plugged into the other campground's power. So they totally mess up their electric system. And do they stop and find an RV repair guy in the way to Thunder Canyon? No. This has happened multiple times where people, knowing full well that they do not have functional electric because they broke it at the last stop, they come to Thunder Canyon and it's our responsibility to fix their electric.
And we try to oblige, right? We had this one woman, one of the crazy ladies that came in here, that actually pulled in when it was 27 degrees out, and she didn't have much heat. She didn't have any propane, and so she was going to be running off heaters. So we actually have a couple guys here, like we always do. We always try to give more than we take, right? That's how I measure most people. Are you a giver or you a taker, right? The givers hang around for long periods of time around here. Most of them become our neighbors and stay for 5 years. But in this case, they were takers. And so, again, we sent people in there. We started fixing it. On both occasions, those ladies accused our people of breaking their RV.
Yeah, so now we have a rule. We don't touch people's RVs.
Yep.
You're on your own. You come here with a broken RV that doesn't have electric at 26 degrees, I can't help you.
Yeah, and all the rules come from the dumb people, right? The rule that we do not help people fix the RVs any longer.
They can call an RV tech.
They can call an RV tech. We're not going to do it. Unless you're a full-time resident here, we all help each other. But we all know each other, and we know we're givers and not takers. And as you guys know, more and more RVers around the country are coming to Thunder Canyon and calling it home, right? They're doing long-term leases. But now, because of these bad RVers, we force everyone to come and stay here for a month so we can check them out and they can check us out.
Mm-hmm. Tell them about the crazy lady from California.
Oh man, we had this crazy lady from California who had watched our videos for a couple of years, loved the channel, and she bought a Class A 40-foot bus that was an absolute disaster. She drove it from California here without stopping. I think she was on something. She gets to the campground gate. I go up there to meet her. Oh my God, I've been following you. Hey, John, it's you. And I'm like, welcome to Thunder Canyon here. Here's the gate code. This is here's the rules. Here's the campground map. I'm going to bring you through the gate and show you your spot. And as I'm driving on a side-by-side, she's coming up right on my back, literally freaking me out that she's going to hit me. So I keep stopping and saying, back up, back up. Then I took my first turn down into the campground, which is the side of the mountain with some gorgeous, absolutely beautiful sights. But you got to pay close attention, and it's not the exact place for people that don't know how to drive a big rig.
She did not.
So every 20 feet, I had to stop and say, hey, no, go wide, stop. You got to back up and go a little wider.
It's not like a Honda Civic.
And I'm slowly bringing her in. The more I'm bringing her in, the more I'm realizing this lady is not together, right? And so finally I stopped and I said, do you mind if I bring the bus down and park it for you? She said, sure. I open the door, step up into a rig, and it is a disaster. I think she was a hoarder, something. All of her stuff from California was in a rig, but I climbed into the seat, and then as soon as I get in the driver's seat, I realized both her mirrors were broken off. She had broken off both her mirrors on the way here.
Clipped her mirrors.
And I forgot to tell you, when she first pulled in, she did have a tow vehicle. The front tire was not strapped down. And it was like, oh my God, you realize how lucky you were that you did not lose your tow vehicle on the way into the campground? She didn't have anything to do. Well, it worked out. Back to the end of this. So I finally get in her bus, mirror's broken. I bring it down, I get it into the spot, I get out of the bus, and then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, she's calling the main line. I need help with this, I need help with that. Now here at Thunder Canyon, we do attract a lot of good people. 99% of them are good, right? It's that 1% that will test everybody here in the campground, especially me. But there was 5 guys. I went down. This was broken, that was broken. She couldn't get her electricity work. She didn't know how to do her hose. She didn't know how to do everything. We're fixing this and we're fixing this and we're fixing that. We were in there for 3 hours trying to help her. Mind you, in a hoarder's mess. So we're having to move this out of the way and that out of the way. All these guys helping her. Ultimately, we did everything we could to help this lady. And then she started blaming all the guys that had tried to help her. Nobody charged her any money. We were all being giving and helpful and trying to help her, teach her how to RV without killing herself. She started to turn on each and every guy. This guy broke it, that guy broke it, this guy broke it. So we stopped helping her. It wasn't very long before she checked out because she just couldn't figure stuff out. As she was leaving, I thought this was a Christian family campground.
Yeah, because it's our responsibility to fix the RV that she broke.
Now guys, just so y'all know, and most of you guys who are members do know, We don't have any paid employees here at Thunder Canyon. We never have. This is all volunteer. We've literally had thousands of people come from all over the country and Canada to build Thunder Canyon, to make it the park that is, which is one of the nicest campgrounds anybody's ever visited. Anywhere in Alabama, if not the entire country. And so our volunteers mow the lawn, and we all take care of checking people in, and we do all of it, right? Again, there's no paid employees, but we had this one guy come. He was a nice guy, but he liked to tip a few back, and at night, you really didn't want to mess with this guy. This guy continued to let his dog off the leash.
But it was justified because it was a little dog.
Right. It wasn't going to hurt anybody, right?
So
but then at the same time, people got dogs off the leash. We have other people that are staying here that don't like dogs or have been bitten by a dog, and we're the first to hear it. We'll get a phone call. Hey, somebody's dog isn't on a leash. And we send this one guy, a volunteer, down to tell him to please, we've told you multiple times, put your dog on a leash. This guy, 70 years old, wanted to fight a 45-year-old young man. He literally put his hands up
squared
to fight.
Up over a dog. And then here's the rub. There's no honor in beating up Grandpa.
There's no honor in beating up Grandpa. Started walking away, and the guy starts screaming. Everybody could hear him. I thought this was a Christian family campground. My dog isn't going to hurt anybody. Guys, you can't make this stuff up.
All right, this next lady, not only was she crazy, but she was a black belt jujitsu Christian Bible verse assailant. Okay, you know those people that can take Bible verses and weaponize them? And so that's exactly what she did. So long story short, she had agreed to terms and conditions. She clicked a box, right? But she wanted an exception. And I was like, I'm sorry, these are the rules. I can't make an exception. You know, if you don't follow your rules, you don't really have them. And she's like, well, I thought you were a Christian family campground. Jesus made exceptions for everyone. Which, if you're making an exception for everyone, it's not really an exception, if you know what the word exception means. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but you agreed to the terms and conditions. But you know nobody reads those. I thought you were a Christian family campground. We have another crazy lady that came.
We get a lot of crazy ladies here, but not all crazy ladies.
We had another crazy lady that she came down here for 6 months in the winter in a Class C. She did not have a tow vehicle. Now, if you're going to go anywhere for a long term and you're in a Class C and you don't have a tow vehicle, that means that when it comes time to get groceries, you have to completely disconnect your RV, or if you're smart, you make friends with people and you just hop a ride with them and get groceries with them. But no, this lady took it to the next level. She didn't befriend campers and say, hey, when you go to Walmart, can I hop in with you and go to get groceries? She asked people, hey, can you get me groceries?
She'd give them a list to get
and
groceries.
Buy them and bring them to me because I don't want to disconnect.
Yep. And then she wouldn't pay them. Mm-hmm. But what's worse is this is the same lady that we did a whole video about that started feeding apples to our cows on the wrong side of the fence because she thought it was cute that the baby calves would come out to eat the apple behind her rig. The problem with baby calves coming out to get the food is that mama's going to be quick to follow. They don't care about the electrical fence. Their babies are there. We warned her 3 times, stop feeding the animals. After that, did she stay the whole 6 months, by the way?
No, not only did she stay the whole 6 months, she fed the cows apples that she didn't even buy herself. She had other campers buy the apples that she was feeding the cows.
So by the time she had checked out, by the time she finally left, she probably owed people in the campground.
She owed people money.
$1,000 at least,
for
right?
Groceries.
And people felt bad for her, right? And we helped her as best we can. Guys, we helped this lady so much. What did she do on the way out?
I thought you were a Christian
family campground. We've shared our lives completely and openly with you all for 7 years now. First full-time RVing and now owning a campground. We've shared the good, the bad, and the ugly. Our tears, our happiness, and our fears, right? 3 years ago, God led us in a different direction. And since we're kind of growing baby Christians. But what used to really upset me now no longer does. And I wanted to share a verse with you guys that I think is apropos to this subject, which is not between me and the person that is trying to manipulate me. It's between me and my Creator, right? And it is the full armor of God, which is Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Just because we're Christians doesn't mean that anybody can just walk all over us, right? What is important is how we react to people, that we react with kindness, love, and tolerance, right? And put up, stand firm. And so it's super important, and we do it in our campground. We've got what the rules are. We've got what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And we don't allow people to manipulate us.
And use our Christianity against us.
But we do have to do, the way we respond to them must be done with love and tolerance, but make those boundaries real clear. Sorry you feel that way. If you don't like the rules here, there's the gate.
Please don't run through it.
Please don't drive through it. So guys, hope you subscribe. Leave a comment below. What's the biggest jerk RV you've ever seen out there? And are we wrong? What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with other people. Again, help us pass the 200,000 subscribers mark.
And we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys later. God bless.